Hello everyone, I am Afflex, and this is my pitch for the first Green Lantern movie out of the trilogy that will be in Cinema Heroes DCCU. This movie is called Green Lantern Heart of Stone, and first I need to mention that all the credit for the story and idea goes to some kid. Unfortunately, things didn't end up super well, but he still deserves all the credit for the idea, so go check out his channel in the description, and all the channels that are in this project as well. I should also mention that this is formatted very differently than my last pitch, so don't really expect a deep dive into the plot. But here we go. The movie stars Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, being played by Alden Ehrenreich and Aldous Hodge. They've been newly paired up, and Jon is newer to the Green Lantern Corps as a whole. They've been placed under the leadership of Kilowog and Sinestro, who debrief them on a series of murders of Green Lantern Corps members happening around the galaxy. Now, the main thing I want to highlight in this movie is the banter between the two leads and the relationship between Hal and Jon. If I had to compare this to a movie, it would be like Lethal Weapon mixed with Star Wars, a buddy cop movie set in space. Another theme of this movie and the Green Lantern trilogy as a whole is emotion, and specifically for this movie, the center of the Green Lantern Corps, willpower. Both Hal and Jon have very specific characteristics too. Hal has been a Green Lantern for longer as Jon is much newer, but Jon is much more professional while Hal is more immature, thinking that he has it all together. Jon throughout this movie does not have an arc. He has a flat arc, meaning he doesn't change across the movie. Hal, however, does have an arc of learning to love his job again. He's become bored with being a Green Lantern, but Jon, a newcomer, reminds him of what he's doing, saving people across the galaxy. Maybe we can see at the beginning of the movie that his ring is a little bit weaker as he's losing that willpower, but he regains it over time as he regains the will to be a Green Lantern. Other characters that are focused on are Kilowog, played by Ving Rhames, and Sinestro, played by Luke Evans. They're acting as the kind of police chiefs to Hal and Jon. It would kind of be the classic, like, you have 48 hours to finish the case or you're off the force. But in space! In all seriousness, though, we would get scenes with Kilowog and Sinestro throughout the movie, just seeing what they're doing while Hal and Jon are on their investigation. Because this is a superhero movie, though, they get into a space bar fight, because we need some action. They're just trying to look for a witness, but everything goes awry, tables are thrown, space beer is thrown, punches are thrown, everything is thrown. Eventually, the pair reach the witness, and he points them towards a group of space pirates that took the murder weapon after the murderer dropped it. So they chase after the pirate ship with the help of another Green Lantern, Tomar Ray, played by Simon Pegg. The three of them together chase after the ship, with Jon Stewart and Tomar Ray getting onto it, while Hal Jordan is close behind in a Construct fighter jet. I think this could be a super cool fight scene, and just would be amazing. Eventually, Hal and Jon catch on to where the killer is and chase him to a small planet where a firefight breaks out. During the fight, however, more aliens that look like the killer appear, and Hal and Jon are just barely able to hold them off while also saving as many people, though there are casualties. Eventually, the killer and its associates leave, and Hal and Jon try to help as many people as they can before reporting back to Oa with what they've found. They bring it up to the Guardians of the Universe, who are like the presidents of the Green Lantern Corps, basically, and they show them footage from their rings of what happened, and the Guardians realize who it is: the Manhunters. The Guardians then explain that the Manhunters were a police force that they had created and were the predecessors to the Green Lanterns. They eventually went rogue, though, and started killing wildly, so the Guardians got rid of as many of them as they could, and buried them. But they didn't get everyone, including their leader, High Master. Hal, and especially Jon, are furious that they wouldn't share this information with them, but the Guardians are unbothered. They explain that they've been made to kill, so the Green Lantern Corps has to kill them. The Guardians enable lethal force on the Green Lantern rings, and tells them all to go after the Manhunters, find them, and kill them. Jon is not having it, though. He believes that the Manhunters, though they were made to kill, don't have to kill. And one thing about Jon is that when he has a belief, he will stand by it and not change it for anyone. The Guardians create a task force to kill the Manhunters, comprised of Jon, Hal, and many other Lanterns. but John convinces the rest of the group before they land at the Manhunters base to not kill the Manhunters. When they land on the base, it is a battle for the ages. It's the Green Lanterns versus the Manhunters, and in the end, there's only 3 people left standing: Hal and John versus High Master. They all fight for a bit, but eventually John is taken out, leaving just a weakened Hal against the mighty High Master. Hal stands alone, but he looks to John and remembers everything he's taught him across the movie. And he recites, well, I'll just let him say it.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light!
Hal uses his newfound power and strikes down High Master, but he does not kill him. He says that you were made to kill, but that doesn't mean you have to. He asks him truly if that's what he wants to do, and High Master says no. His will shouldn't go towards killing others, and neither should anyone else's. He decides to turn himself and the other Manhunters in for what they've done, and Hal promises he'll take care of them. Pretty much after this, the Manhunters go to prison, all the Green Lanterns get patched up, Hal and John talk to Kilowog and Sinestro, and Sinestro expresses that he thinks they should have killed the Manhunters. Hal and John also talk to the Guardians about what happened, with only one, Ganthet, actually thinking they did a good thing. And the movie ends with a conversation between Hal and John, and just what they think of each other now at the end of the movie, as they head off onto their next mission. There's also a post-credit scene for the movie, where an alien from the firefight earlier mourns the death of his family that died as a part of the attack, as a red energy starts to consume him and mysteriously change him into something else. That's it for the video though. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out the episodes already released, Superman on my channel, and Batman on TMM's channel. The links are in the description. Please check out the announcement video on Cinema Heroes channel to see the upcoming projects as well. The links are in the descriptions for those channels as well. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.